myself into this. Hello, family. How are you? Hello, everyone. So my name is Michelle Johnson, and I wanted to share for just a few minutes. I want to share for just a few minutes. I got stuff all in the camera. I wanted to share for just a few minutes. It won't be long. I titled this "Jump Back In." And I want to encourage somebody this morning. I just really feel just a true unction to encourage somebody that this is your season to jump back in. And let's see. Yeah, this is your season to jump back in. Jump back in, jump back in. We'll see if this works. All right. So, of course, my name is Michelle Johnson. I'm so very excited to be sharing with you today. And I just want to encourage you to jump back in, to truly jump back in. I had a conversation with a young lady over the weekend, and oh my goodness. Can I tell you that we think, so many people think, and when you come on, just say hello to me so that I know you're here. I'm not looking at the names or anything like that. So just let me know that you're here when you come in and I can see you. I had a conversation with a young lady this weekend, and flat out amazing. Just flat out amazing. New coaching client. And when I say amazing, she's got the Instagram followers. I think over 30,000 people follow her on Instagram. She's got the Facebook mentions. Hey, Tanya, good morning. She's got the Facebook mention. She's been on Good Morning America. So humbling to even have a conversation with her. She's been on the Food Network. Her product has circled the globe, literally circled the globe. She's been on just about every major talk show from oh God, what's the football player's name? I'm drawing a blank, but Kiki and Mike or whatever that show is. She was on that show again, Good Morning America, Food Network. She has been featured in so many different places in her business, for her business. And the accolades are off the charts. I mean, when I look at her business, I love it. Her brand is phenomenal. The marketing that she's put behind her brand is amazing. But let me just say this. When I talked to her this weekend, it was after, I won't say her name right now. Thank you, Tanya, for asking. Tanya Cummings, thank you for asking. I'm not ready to say her name yet. She is, and I'll tell you why in just a few minutes. Her brand is phenomenal. Her brand is amazing. She's been asked to be a partner by major brands like Marriott and Disney and other places that want her product as a part of their footprint. So when I say phenomenal, she's phenomenal, right? So as we were talking this weekend, I also got the pictures, and I'm going to try and tell this a little bit without tearing up, but I got the pictures of her business with everything ripped out. It's gone. It is gone. It is the pandemic was a major factor. Trying to maintain a storefront business in the middle of a pandemic and not having enough reserve to last. So it's the pandemic. She has a personal illness. A lot of factors that play into this. Good morning, Miss Cornelia. That create what we know is she's just shuttered her doors. She's closed the doors of this phenomenal business. She still has executive producers from these major stations calling her, asking, when are you coming back to visit us? We want to see you again. We want to see you again. So I'm delighted to coach her. I'm on top of the world to be a part of her journey and feel so blessed that God chose me to be a part of that journey. Now, I say all that to say this. So many people have amazing ideas. Like, your ideas are fantastic. They're on top of the world. But you need somebody. You need a midwife in the business. You need a midwife in the boardroom. You need a midwife who will not allow you to keep that baby on the inside, but will help you not only push the baby out, but show you how that baby needs to thrive. And so many people get started in business and they've got fantastic ideas, I mean, on top of the world ideas, but they don't know how to read a P&L. And I'm not saying this is her story, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying general now. They don't know how to read a P&L. They don't know how to negotiate the contracts. They don't know how to move from a brick and mortar, I'm here today, to a franchise model or to a multiple store model. It takes a different mindset to go into a franchise model, right? You got to have systems in place. And so many people don't build into their business automated systems that allow them to be absent from their business, that allows their business to just move. Like, every move is dependent upon them. And so they don't build in the systems, and then they don't build in the systems that I or somebody else can take those systems and run with them. So now we have amazing businesses that, and then we're in the middle of a pandemic. And so if you don't have reserve there, if you're not sure, if you don't have the right insurance, right? You guys know my story when the tornado hit in Huntsville and I had to close my store for a week and a half, 2 weeks in the middle of major money making days. I love the face on my State Farm rep because people assume you dumb, and that's okay. I can take whatever assumption you want to throw at me. But I never forget when he came out and he was the adjuster, and, I'm telling him, I've lost X amount of dollars. I already had my spreadsheet. I've lost X amount of dollars in, excuse me, in fruit cost because everything has spoiled. This is a major holiday, so I've lost X amount of dollars in revenue. And because my P&Ls were such that I could just pull it up and do an average of what my P&L had been during the same periods of time during the week, I was like, this is this, I've lost this, I've lost that, I've lost that. Here's a spreadsheet. He said, this was his first thing out of his mouth. He didn't ask what policy I had. He didn't ask for policy information. He said, well, I'm sure that your losses are not covered by your policy because I just left several doctor's offices and they have medications that require refrigeration and they don't have that in their policy. How you gonna compare me to somebody that I don't even know? I ain't got nothing to do with their business sense. I'm talking about mine. And I politely said, well, sir, thank you. Now go check the policy. Don't talk to me until you've checked my policy. And then when you have checked my policy and understand the level of policy that I purchased, come back so that we can have an intelligent conversation. Because right now you're insulting to me because you're comparing something that you haven't even done your research on. I sent him away. Like, I don't have time to waste my time talking to you and you ain't even done your homework. Oh, you just thought, because y'all know then I'm young and fly now, but I was younger and fly then. So you think you done walked up in here. I'm just saying, y'all, I own my Black female. I'm sorry, because sometimes people think that because you are a certain age or a certain race or a certain gender, that you don't know what the crap you're doing. And I hate that. I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. So, no, boo, bye. I literally sent him away. And if anybody know me back during my real edible arrangement days, y'all know I sent him away. Bye. There is nothing for us to discuss here because you ain't done your homework. Don't come up in my business and you ain't checked my policy. You played me to the left. So bye, boo, because we ain't nothing for us to talk about. So then he came back after he scheduled an appointment, because now, before then, it was like, I'm at the store when you're, in the area, just come on by. I'll be here. So he just dropped in on me because he thought, I'm going to take care of this real fast. She ain't got the policy. So oh, no. Come on back, but schedule your time now and have your data. So he scheduled his appointment. He came back. He said, now, can I see that spreadsheet that you have? Absolutely, sir. Be more than happy. Do you want me to email it to you? Do you want it in PDF? Would you like an Excel? I don't share my QuickBooks, but I can share it in a format that will be beneficial for you. How would you like it? Oh, you want my accountant to send it to you? No worries. Because I tell people, if you don't hire anybody else in your business, make sure you got an accountant who understands how to do business and how to protect your money. Y'all, my accountant, the one in Huntsville, I'm going to tell you. Let me just say this. I'm going all off the tangent now. I wasn't meaning to say this. My accountant in Huntsville, I'm not going to say her name. She sat me down and she said, I'm going to give you the advice that I give my clients who live in Twickenham, that I give my clients who live in historic Huntsville, who pay no property taxes, who don't do this, who don't pay this, who don't pay that, who don't pay that, who absolutely have no tax burden at all. That's the advice. Now, that's a next level conversation, and half the y'all ain't ready for that. That's a next level conversation, right? But that's what you need. You need an account. See, my first accountant, y'all know the story. The first person I met to be my accountant looked at my business plan and said, you will be out of business in 6 months. He was fired. Like, if that's your level of belief in me and my business, and you ain't even had a real conversation with me, bye, boo. I don't need you. And let me just say this. Stop keeping people in your circle and in your corner who don't believe in you, who trying to tell you that you can't do this and you won't do this and you ought to not do this and you need to wait. Or my favorite, don't go Hollywood. Man, I am Hollywood. What? I'm sorry. That was a private, personal thing right there. I used to tell people my dad's last name is Jones, and people say, don't be trying to keep up with the Jones. I'm like, I am the Jones. I don't have to keep up with nobody. I'm saying all that to say, make sure your business systems and the people around you, they know what's going on. Don't get no slackers around you that don't believe in you, that's constantly telling you. Let me tell you, my mom, I'm going to tell you, my mom don't mind me saying this. My mother worked for Chrysler for however many years until she retired, right? So my mother and my folks, they come from an environment of you work your 30 years, you get your pen, you get your piece of paper, you get your pension, you go home. So when I told my mom I was starting my HR consulting practice, and she was scared. Why are you quitting your job? You going through a divorce? You got small kids? Are you crazy? Why are you quitting your job? I said, listen, either you're with me or you're not. And it's just that simple. Either you can roll with me because my dreams scare me. So just think, if I'm sharing stuff with you, my dreams scare me. What I see for my future frightens me, but I'm running toward it. What are you doing with your dreams that scare you? Are you running toward them, or are you backing up? And listen, so that means, so my mama, she used to say, babe, I'm praying for you. I had to check her. Y'all, this is going to help some of y'all save folks. I had to check my mother, who kept saying, I'm praying for you. Oh, see, I'm about to get in trouble here today. I got to go. I didn't mean to do all this. I'm praying for you. Well, baby, tell me what you're praying. I want to know what you're praying. Because even some people that say they praying for you, they don't believe in you. So I don't want you praying for me if you don't believe in me. I'm sorry. I don't want you. I don't want y'all got these comments. Look, let me put these glasses on so I can see. Oh, you know what? Stop, girl, Tanya, you done said a whole mouthful right there. Right? People will kill your dreams. So I had to tell me what you're praying, because I needed to make sure that her prayers were going to line up with my dreams and my belief and my vision. And if it wasn't going to line up, I don't want you praying for me. Just say bless her and keep it moving. Right? So you got to be careful about who is in that close circle. So I had an accountant in that circle who said, you know what, boo? She said, I'm going to tell you the secrets. I'm going to tell you why half these folks in Twickenham don't pay no taxes. I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you. Now, she was of another persuasion, and that's okay. I didn't care. Tell me the secrets. See, I had somebody to challenge me just recently and said, Michelle, all you talk about is money. Do you ever talk about anything else but entrepreneurship, business, and money? No, because let me tell you, I can change some things with some money. If I could produce and make about 5 of y'all millionaires, if I could just make y'all some 6-figuraires, right? That is residual, that is money on the side, then you will be empowered to go change your community. You will be empowered to go change the level of what's going on that you don't like. You will be empowered then to go make a difference in schools and in businesses and in homes in your community. Sometimes the reason why we can't make a difference because we ain't got enough money to make the difference. It takes a level of economics to be able to make this thing happen and change. Yes, we got to fight. Yes, we got to do this. Yes, we got to do all that. But I also got to show up and I got to show you the money. So that's why I talk about it. Because I realize that if I can help you become a millionaire, then I can show you where to invest your money. I can show you what business, what baby needs, some school shoes or this. Y'all, I listen, I know y'all. I got a heart of givers that I can look all the way down this line and I got a heart of givers here. So I know what will happen is that if you get to the point where you got the excess, you gonna give it. You're going to invest it in your community. You're going to become a philanthropist and an angel investor because y'all ain't selfish. So that's what you need. And so listen, you get people around you. So what I'm saying with this young lady is this. When we talked, in my mind, you would have thought with all of those accolades, she would have threw in the towel and said, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And her story is phenomenal. I mean, even her rags to what she got story is phenomenal. I mean, I'm trying not to tell the story because there's a time when it will be told, but that story is so phenomenal. I mean, things that occurred, the loss that she experienced getting from, to that level, and then to come back around and you lose it. And you know what she said? I'm ready to go. I realized I didn't have a coach. I realized I didn't have a mentor. I didn't know who to ask the questions to. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know who to put in my circle. I did not know. I didn't know who, I got Disney saying we ready to franchise. I don't know what to do with that. I got this company saying we need to do this. I don't know what to do. See, sometimes when you are a small business and you trying to grow into that next level, you need to lean on somebody else's belief and their experience. You cannot walk it alone. Check your circle. Man, I don't even know why and how I got on this, but listen, it is not too late to jump back in. Some of you have experienced loss in business. Some of you have experienced some hurtful things in business. Some of you have experienced some things that you thought, how did this happen to me? I was growing. I was moving forward. I was doing this. I was doing that. Jump back in. I'm telling you, whatever is that idea, whatever is that thing that is really, burning within you, jump back in. Do not step away from your process right now. It may be painful. It may be hurtful. Find you a circle of people and make the pivot, make the turn, because you will definitely begin to see a profit. Y'all got some amazing comments. I see you in the thing. Listen, one of the things after I talked to her, and she is like, let's go. So here's what I'm doing. The month of August, my calendar is packed. I designed it that way because I got stuff I got to get done. My calendar is packed, but I'm taking 10 new coaching clients, and only 10. And I'm not sure. I may, it depending upon the needs as they come in, it may be 7, it may be 6, but right now my goal is 10 new coaching clients. I am opening up my calendar. So one of the things I want you to do is to book a discovery session. I'm putting it in the thing. I think it's Michelda. Oh, I think that's the link. If it's not, it's Michelda Johnson. I should have known my Calendly link. But I'm book a discovery session. And in that discovery, I'm going to put both of them in here in case that doesn't work. Cornelia, Miss Cornelia, will you tell me which one works? I love this, Tanya. Thank you. We will endure great pain to work in someone else's business, but run away from the thought of having our own. That just sums it up. We'll go through hell for somebody to give us a 25-cent raise every year. We'll go through hell. Them telling us when we can vacation, when we can't vacation. Them telling us, I don't care about Corona, you need to come back to work. We'll go through hell. But we won't go through that same hell for our own selves. You deserve it. Which one is right, honey? And so calendar is open. The discovery session is free, right? It's just for you and I to have a conversation, because I ain't for everybody. And I am okay with that. If my style scares you, intimidates you, makes you fearful, all of that kind of stuff, go find you somebody to stroke your ego, because I ain't got no interest in doing that. That doesn't serve you and it doesn't serve me, and I don't have time. Because if I start stroking your ego, I got to keep stroking your ego. And I have zero interest in continuing to stroke somebody's ego. Delivered, right? I ain't got time. So make sure that you can't see it. Okay, don't worry about it, hon. So make sure that that the discovery session is for us to decide if we connect and if we want to work together. After the discovery session, I'm running a special for the month of August only on my 3-month coaching packages and my 6-month coaching packages. So the special is not posted on my website. So don't go to my website, because you're going to see my regular coaching pricing. But if you are interested, it's Calendly, CALWWW. And I posted it, but she's not seeing it. CALENDLY.com/Michelda or Michelda Johnson, or go to my website and you can contact me on my website, or y'all know how to reach me. Go to my Facebook page, go to whatever, and just leave a message and say, I'm interested. Inbox me, message me. I don't care. Let's just get you a session scheduled. We'll do a 30-minute discovery session to see if we a match. And if we are, then we'll move forward with what you need. You need a coach. Seriously, you need a midwife. You need somebody who can push you to that next level. This young lady, her story is going to be televised. And I feel so honored to have a front seat at what's about to happen for her. Take some time, schedule that coaching session, and let's make this work. Guys, listen, I am, that's right. You cracking me up this morning. You know I love me some you. She said, no time to play hopscotch and dominoes. Like, I ain't even got time for it. It is business. And y'all are absolutely right. Like, this is not a game of checkers anymore. This is chess. And you got to make sure that your next move is the right move. So you need a strategic partner who will not only give you the business sense, but I'm going to pray for you. And I'm going to pray for your business. And I'm going to pray that your mind be expanded in such a way that whatever, Mr. Donald Bradley, you guys know I'm in network marketing and he's the founder of Planet Marketing. Love, love, love Mr. Donald Bradley. But I love one thing that he says, and it has stuck with me. He said, I am going to get you to a place, and I'm just going to echo this, that you will live. No, he says everybody should live beneath their means. But your means should be so high that everything you desire is beneath your means. Y'all let that sink in. That's what I want to do for you. That's where your business should take you, whatever it is, that you live beneath your means, but everything you desire is beneath your means. Whew. My goodness. I wrote a couple of blogs, michellejohnson.com, to subscribe so that you get access as I'm writing, as I'm releasing stuff, as I'm putting these specials out there, michellejohnson.com, because this went to my circle and my people a few days ago. So they're already working on those slots. So now I'm making it public after I've released it to my inner circle. I love y'all so much. Have an amazing Wednesday. Y'all done got me fired up today. Whew. Y'all got me fired up. Oh, let me finish my State Farm story real fast. So the guy came back, ma'am, I'm so sorry. You're right. You're right. You are right. You do have, I'm shocked. I mean, he admitted it. He said, I'm shocked. Those doctors, they did nothing. They didn't do anything, right? They were shocked. Then they sent me over to another adjuster because I did have this expanded level of insurance. So then they tried to lower the amount that they had to pay me for my loss because they were trying to compare it to the same day a year ago, the same date. You got to know your business. And I fought with them. I said, there's no way, because this same date last year was not Administrative Professionals Day. So if you're going to give me a true apples to apples comparison, then you need to take Administrative Professionals Day last year, which was on this date, which is different than this year, as well as the week leading up to Mother's Day, because the tornado happened on Administrative Professionals Day and a week and a half prior to Mother's Day. So now you've got to take this window of time, and then you've got to take this window of time, because these are the windows of time that my revenue jump almost 60 to 70%. So you can't shortchange me on what I'm owed. Went round and round and round and round. Supervisor had to get involved. Another senior level adjuster had to get involved. Round and round and round. I said, no, because this says my business is not traditional. My business is based on these dates that produce an exceptional amount of revenue, but it's that amount of revenue that takes care of 2 to 3 months out. So you can't force me to accept, and I don't mind giving you some of the numbers. They wanted me to accept a settlement, or they said that what they owed me from an insurance because of loss was about $40,000, right? And I'm saying, no, that is unacceptable, because this is what I make on Administrative Professionals Day. I couldn't even deliver everything on Administrative Professionals Day because the tornado came. The warnings were about 3:34, and I had to pull my drivers off the road. And then I had to put those arrangements in the cooler, and I lost, and I had to refund, because I do business. Right? I'm not going to keep my customers' money. So I had to refund those customers, not only for that week, not only for that day, but for the week and a half that they didn't get their stuff. I had to refund a bunch, and then I lost the revenue because when we lead up to Mother's Day, I was making anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000 a day. So no, $40,000 does not cover my loss. You need to go back again. And because I had the P&Ls, because my QuickBooks was in order, because I had the documentation, they couldn't argue with it. So they had to run 2 to 3 different spreadsheets to figure out how to get me to where I was made whole. And that's all that they needed to do, was to make me whole. I wasn't trying to gain anything, and I didn't. They needed to make me whole, though, for the loss that I experienced. That wholeness was multiple 6 figures. Boom! Do your lessons. Welcome. Yes, now put in the Calendly site, Cornelia. Boom! Do your lesson. You went from 40,000, but because I had documentation and my P&L was strong. Listen, I talked to so many businesses and they won't even invest in QuickBooks. QuickBooks is $12 a month. How can you not invest in something? If you're not going to invest in QuickBooks, at least have an Excel spreadsheet. At least have some way to do your profit and loss. So even your taxes, your filings on your IRS stuff is clean. Now, I'm going to give you a moment of transparency. I used to have an accountant with my HR consulting business, and I turned everything over to him. He did everything. Like he did all my journal entries, everything. And I thought I could trust him, but he jacked me up. Thank you, sweetheart. That's it. He jacked me up. So when he jacked me up, I got audited. So now I don't let nobody. I know what's going in my books. I know my whole time during, I reconcile. I know what's going in my books. You ain't getting ready to cook my books. You ain't getting ready to bake them. You ain't getting ready to do nothing. These are the numbers, boo. Now what we going to do? We just going to work with these numbers. 40,000 to multiple 6 figures. I got to go. Have your stuff in order. Have your stuff in order. And I guarantee you that sometimes act of God and all of this that's happening, a lot of people don't put that coverage in their insurance. Well, number one, I was paying over $800 a month for insurance coverage on my business. And then it went up because one of my drivers had a wreck. So I was paying $1,100 a month. Do you think now I regret paying that amount? Not at all. Not at all. I love y'all. Okay, I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Sign up for those coaching sessions. Let's do a discovery session. I can't wait to talk to you. Let's make it go. Let's grow, so you can impact your community. That's why I talk about entrepreneurship, money, and business, because we got to make some impacts and some strides in our own communities. I love y'all. Y'all rock. I'm excited this morning.